Today I'm going to be replacing, I guess, the skid plate that I recently put on the front of the Tacoma. If you didn't see the video, I put one on from RCI Off-Road. I've actually removed it already. A couple of reasons why I'm replacing it. One, I didn't really care for the access point back here for the oil drain plug. It's pretty small. And we've got a pretty small opening here, although I think fine, to get to the oil filter. It's also very, very heavy, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I guess that makes it even more robust, but I think it's maybe too heavy. Kind of weighted down the front of the trunk a little bit. Now, what I've got here, and this comes from Miller Cat, or Cat Shield, MCX, which stands for Miller Cat Explorer. A new line they have as far as the skid plate goes for the front of the Toyota Tacoma. And then of course I've got a Cat Shield from them as well. We're going to be installing that at the same time. Now, why am I doing this? Two reasons. One, Miller Cat reached out to me. I am an affiliate of Miller Cat, and offered to send the stuff to me, and the advantages of being lighter and having the bigger openings was enough for me to say yes. Now, there is a discount code on this stuff. It is RobMotive, and you can get 5% off at catshield.com. Highly recommend them. I've used them before for this kind of stuff, and I've always had excellent luck with the company. Now, let's take a look. Here is the opening for the oil drain area, which you can see is much bigger than that little slot we had on the other one. And here is the opening to remove the oil filter, which again, much bigger. Should be much easier when it comes time for oil changes. I really like that about this setup. It is aluminum, shouldn't have any rusting, and it is of good thickness. I'll show you guys right there. Shouldn't have any issues with it being protective. Much, much lighter. Now, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to crawl into the truck. I'll show you how to install it. If you don't have the crossbar on the front, and mine didn't come with it, I actually got the Toyota genuine crossbar, I guess. They do supply that as well. It is an option, so obviously there's an extra cost for it. But you'll need it if you don't have the crossbar. So make sure if you're going to install this that you purchase that, or you won't be able to put it on. Real quick, the cross member I'm talking about is right here. This is the cross member that you'll need. Make sure that you have that before you get started. You want to put that on first. Mine is already installed, obviously. Here's where it goes according to the instructions. Next up is to go ahead and mount this bar, which is going to be the center support for the skid plate under the truck. They do provide, obviously, all the hardware. You will need a 5mm Allen wrench. And then they provide some Loctite as well, so we're going to be using that. The bracket itself is going to be mounted like this, with the front of the truck being this way. Okay, so this little part that juts up, I guess, goes towards the front of the truck, goes into some existing holes which are threaded on the bar right across the top here. Pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and get some Loctite on here, and you want to go ahead and tighten these down all the way. Time to go ahead and put the skid plate on. I'm going to start with the front because I'm doing this alone. If I had another set of hands, I'd probably start in the back, or maybe if I had a jack stand or something, but I'm using a container, as you can see. So I'm going to just kind of put this up loosely, tighten those screws, and then go ahead and do the center bracket area like you're supposed to do. It should work out okay, I think. I tested the screws. They do work in the factory bracket, so we're good to go there. So let's go ahead and get these screws in. I did go ahead and put some Loctite on them, so I should be good to go there as well. These are still 5mm Allen wrench screws, so it should be okay there. Hopefully I can get these in straight. Again, I just want to be able to kind of balance it a little bit till I get to the center bracket, which I'll do next. Just like that. Now we'll move to hopefully the center. I should be able to scoot my little contraption back out of the way. Okay, that seemed to work pretty well. Now I got to move around to the back and put those two in, and then we just put the side wings on, and of course the center covers here, and then we'll be done. Okay, I got the back two screws in here. My method so far has worked really well for putting on the skid plate with my own directions. So we've got everything on there loose, nothing is tight. Now we have to put the side wings on for protection from the sides, and then I can tighten everything up. Last part is to put the side shields, I call them wings, on. I don't believe that's what they call them, but they might. If they don't, they should. Anyway, they go on with this slot pointing towards the rear of the truck for orientation purposes, so that you leave room for adjustment of the alignment bolt, I guess, right in the front. So let's go ahead and get these on. We're going to tighten these down, and then we'll be tightening up the rest of the bolts, screws, and we'll be done. Now this one does take a security key, if you will, this little end in the screwdriver here, because the bolts themselves have these little, if you guys can see it, nubs in the middle, if you will, just to be aware. Again, we want the slot there pointing towards the back. Go ahead and set that up there. See if I can't balance the screw on the screwdriver, hopefully. I think so. And let's go ahead and mount this in. I will say I am very impressed. All of the hardware and stuff that they have provided lines up really well. So no issues with fitment or anything like that. And that's the last thing you want when you're doing stuff like this, is a fitment issue, right? And everything is really nice and smooth. I like that. The passenger side, I'm on the driver's side by the way, goes on exactly the same way. Okay, it is done, except for the covers. I don't have the covers yet. They were actually out of stock when I got this, so they're sending me the covers. No big deal. They'll just fit right up over the holes. But this is better because I can show you that right up there, if you can see it, hopefully. Let me get a flashlight for you. But right up there is the oil filter, and obviously I have plenty of room. I can get my hand up here, no big deal. I like that. I can also direct the flow of any oil that comes out of there via some cardboard right down through this nice big opening. I dig that. Let's move around to the other side. I'll show you where the oil drain area is, since these were important to me in doing this mod. Let's go over here, and we kind of have to crawl underneath the truck a little bit for this. Right there is the opening, and you can see the oil, or actually the Fumoto drain plug that I put in there. It's the copper thing that you see there. That's what I'll hook my hose to. Man, I love it. I can actually fit my hand right up inside here and do whatever I need to do. Very nice. And of course, again, there will be a cover for this. So that's it. That's there's a front shot for you. That's the end of the mod. Again, there will be a discount code, or there is a discount code for this. It is RobMotive. You can save 5% at catshield.com. I am going to be installing the cat shield itself as opposed to the skid plate next. Going to break this up into 2 different videos, I guess, because I don't want it to get too long. So stay tuned for that. It's really just the part and 4 screws, and you're protected. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.